welcome back to the Businessman Podcast, episode
six.
Episode
6, Businessman Podcast, episode 6, the emergency.
Emergency. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, we on an emergency episode right now.
We had to get this to y'all ASAP.
Man, this was urgent. Man, this was urgent.
Man, ASAP. Like, man, this right here, we talking about bad bones.
Bad bones.
Stop putting bad bones on people. Like when did that become cool just to say something with no facts behind it?
Nah, never.
To tarnish someone's name or a situation that you have no knowledge about is ridiculous.
Or nothing to do with.
Nothing to do with.
Mind your business.
Wasn't even there.
Wow. I'm going to say this right here. Due to the fact that we live in a social media world, it's hard now to just mind your business. You know what I'm saying? Because BustaMove
That's true.
ain't minding his business. And yes, I stutter. I ain't minding my business. I said I'm going to address it. I'm going to discuss it. I'm going to talk about it. I love my platform. Shout out to my platform. This is the next wave right here.
Definitely.
This is the way for me as a older gentleman in the game. It's a way for me to reach out to my kids' friends. You know what I'm saying? My oldest kids' friends, my youngest kids' friends. Just a way for me to reach out to everybody. So, like I say, and they all be chiming in to see what BustaMove talking about, man. So,
Go ahead and say it.
like I say,
Rhonda and Ski Kid stutter.
man, Rhonda and Ski Kid stutter, man. Shout out to my little brother, man. Lil Stutter, man. We stutter, man. Hey, 1090 Jake, I stutter. Yeah, man. I ain't going like that. Chime out, man. Throwing me off, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. Like, everybody be able to joke. Like, what I will say, with the power of the social media and the power of editing, things of that nature, like, you know what I'm saying? Let's speak of, we got the Emergency Podcast, man. You know, shout out to all the DMV artists, man. Shout out to all the DMV rappers. Shout out to all the DMV singers, spoken word artists, everything, man. Go artists, everybody, all of them. You know what I'm saying?
All of it.
But you know, it be a lot of riff in our city back and forth. You know what I'm saying? And
Every day.
and people put themselves out there on their platforms to say certain things. If you say it, I'm going to check it. You know what I'm saying? Because I have the funds to check it. I have the means to check it. I got the time to check it. You know what I'm saying? So if I want to know, I'm going to want to know. And in the midst of me want to know, man, you know, like, shout out to Q the Fool, man. You know,
Shout out to Q, man.
Shout out to Q, man. I spoke to Q the Fool, man. And speaking to Q the Fool, you know, it's been a bone put on Q that Q was hot. You know what I'm saying? And in the process of doing my due diligence, my research, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can see that all over social media, Instagram, YouTube, everything. In the process of doing my due diligence, I have not seen nowhere where he was hot at. You know what I'm saying? And granted, like I said, we can always find something where we can say you doing hot moves or you move or not nitpicking. You doing some, oh man, and we out on the blocks and we getting some money and you start finding a pistol and hey, that's hot.
Okay.
You being hot right now. You know what I'm saying? Like if the old lady said, man, y'all get from in front of my door, and you be like, what? Man, we out here all day long. You being hot. Walk down the streets and she going out there, then we gonna come back around on the other side of the building.
Shut your mouth. Shut up.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying?
Respect it.
Respect it, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, shout out to the verbal gymnastic champ as well, man.
That's my man,
the verbal gymnastic champ as well, man.
Hey, clap it up for my man.
Clap it up for my man. Freaking jerk. You know what I'm saying?
My man.
Man, you got it, man. Clap it up for Ant Glizzy, man.
Clap it up for
Man,
Ant.
that jerk, man. But like I say, one thing about him, you know, like, Ant is a verbal gymnastic master. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the youngin is undefeated. I done tried him a couple times on this platform, on my platform, and I ain't gonna say I won. I rumbled, though. I rumbled. Hey, Benny, I be rumbling with him. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people won't even mention Ant's name. You know what I'm saying?
No.
But, man, listen.
Shorty the GOAT when it comes to that.
They treat him like the boogeyman. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's a social media boogeyman.
Man, I'm gonna mention his name every time. And I'm gonna text him and tell him. I told him earlier, tell everybody you my man.
Nah, straight
He
up.
told me something, man, you wild, BustaMove. You wild.
But you still my man, though.
But you still my man, though. Man, and it's crazy, man. But like I say, you know, he has created a lane for himself. And like I say,
I respect it.
I have really learned a lot from watching him move. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't agree with a lot of things Ant do or say. I don't agree with a lot of Ant tactics. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about his business mind is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is.
His business mind is crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He gonna make $1.
He gonna make $1. And whether we like it or not, Slim, I mean the top bloggers, you know what I'm saying? Say Cheese.
Hey, shouted them out. Hey, Ant, congratulations.
Vlad TV, they all entertain Ant Glizzy. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, you know, it's a pleasure to keep busting his balls, you know what I'm saying? Pause, you feel what I'm saying? To let him know if I don't like what he's doing, I'm going to tell him I don't like what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, and whatever the case may be, let the case be the case.
He respect that, though.
Oh, I mean,
he respects
nah,
that.
you know,
He respects it.
Man, ain't got a vicious love-hate relationship with each other. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Man, ain't can be cool today talking business because we dialoguing and we could be going at it tomorrow. He could be 100 dickheads and I could be 100 dickheads. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So that just come with the game. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, in this business right here though, you know, it's like words is law. When did your statements become law?
Not a long time ago. Just recently, you told me it was 3 bad bones you shouldn't put on a man.
3 of them. You remember?
Don't say a man is hot.
1.
Don't call a man a faggot.
2.
What was the third one?
And the third one, that's the main 2. And the third one is don't mess with a man's children.
Don't mess with a man's children.
Don't mess with a man's kids. Nah, that's cool. You know, because at the end of the day, that should be a rule that's like it's virtually across the board unbreakable, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Common sense ain't so common. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, man, and the bad part about it is a lot of that is going on in our city. All 3 of the rules that we just spoke of are being broken on a daily basis.
Yeah.
On a daily basis,
every day, every minute, second of the day, every hour, it happens.
It happens, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why we had to do this emergency podcast, episode 6, Businessman Podcast. Shout out to my emergency. Shout out to my man Benny. You know, on Instagram, go follow my man at BENNNYYY. Y'all know what it do. Man, the Sice King, you know what it is. And it's your man at BustaMove 10. And man, listen, if you're not tuned into our other,
please do it.
Our collabo channel, man, the Businessman Podcast, man. We running the views up, man. We running
law is law.
Law is law. The new segment, man. You know, the emergency podcast spins off with the new segment, Law is Law. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we stand on law over here. We will, because all you gotta do, everything is documented. All you gotta do is go get the paperwork. If you wanna go get it, like I say, you know, people on computers, and I don't want to get a computer. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get a computer, man. You know, man. So y'all know what it is. This is what we doing here. Businessman Podcast, episode 6.
Episode 6.
You know what I'm saying? We standing on business right here. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, we about to chime in too, man. We got a special guest coming on right now, man. Special guest, man. Special guest, man. One of the rich
shooters.
The rich shooters. The rich shooters is in the
rich
building,
shooter.
man.
Yes,
the rich
sir.
shooters is in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the rich shooters, man. You know, we all the way by the time we chop in right now. So give us a second. Let us get everything together. You feel what I'm saying? Boom. Let's kick it back off, man. You know what I'm saying?
We back with it.
We back with it, man. The Businessman Podcast, episode 6, man.
Episode 6, the emergency episode.
The emergency episode, man. Listen, man. We got one of the rich shooters right here, man. Shout out to the homie Rico, man. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Rico in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? The rich shooter. You know, coming way of the homie Cuter Fool. You feel what I'm saying? Rico, how you doing, good man?
Everything, man. I'm cool. I just came off 8.
8 years, man.
Came off 8, 14, you know what
Okay. Welcome home, man. It's a pleasure, Slim. That's alhamdulillah, man.
Real shit.
That's alhamdulillah. Welcome home, good man. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, this right here, episode right, we speaking of, man, bad bones. You feel what I'm saying?
Man,
we speaking of bad bones.
I'm talking about I was just up the road. I was just on lockup. Nigga was just getting blown up. Came from out the pound. He saying the wrong nigga hat. You know what I mean?
And
nigga really got blown up in there.
And let me explain this to our viewers, man, and to my co-hosts who not, because I come from this. I did 5.5 straight. You know what I'm saying? But I did state time, not fed time. Yo, yeah. I'm a convict myself, Slim. So like I say, when we use terminology blown up, that means we got you out of it. We done put that knife in you, that lock and sock on you. We done went smack at you. Blown up means that we going at you. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. It's on site. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, man, I definitely understand. Man, I've been really doing my due diligence trying to get to the bottom because you know, as me speaking to the homie Q and a lot of good men that I deal with that's affiliated with you and Q. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? When Bones has been put out there, man, I do my own research. You know what I'm saying? As I should. And I tell everybody else who do your own research, man, because at the end of the day, you know, I don't like Bones that can't be, sustained or put with facts. You feel what I'm saying?
Gotta have the black and white.
Gotta have the black and white. Gotta have the facts,
black and white.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, my whole thing is, you know, with this new platform everybody got for our social media, man, it's like they standing more on words than black and white, Slim.
They going off clout. They going off who the nigga is. I hear his voice every day. This who I want to hear. You know what I mean? This what I'm listening to. That shit all clout.
Wow. What you say, better say it again?
Just to piggyback off what you were saying, like basically what he's saying must be low because he got the loudest voice.
Man, that's basically like I said, we ain't speaking of nobody in general. We speaking of in general. Like I say, at the end of the day, whole time we just spoke about Cuter Fool and Glizzy. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, and as we speak about it right now, your man BustaMove currently right now is working on to get Q. I mean, no, it's to get Dollar's paperwork. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's what it is, man. Like I say,
I got it.
Oh, right, say that then.
I got it.
Okay, I need that then. Okay.
Yeah, drop it. We can do what you want to do.
Okay, once we done a segment.
I got that.
Yeah, and drop it to me so we can go ahead. We can. That's
Yeah,
a segment
stutter.
we can tap into. And yes, I do stutter. Hey, Rico, BustaMove stutter, man. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? But like I say, we gonna definitely tap on that. Cause like I say, I stand on loss. And you know what I'm saying? I'm a Landover veteran, man. From Kentland, man. You know, and I've been doing this for a long time. I've been on every point of the star. So I've been on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've been on every point of the square. I'd have been on it. So like I say, I can speak about certain things. And like I say, from me to you, Rico, as I went and read through all the Q paperwork from this charge right here. Because let me clarify this right here. As a convict myself, I can't speak about another man charged with another thing. And if Dollar's got the paperwork, the Q is hot, send it out here.
Why? That's my whole kid.
That's my whole kid. You got it. Send it. Because listen,
good.
the way I see it is, you are obligated, if you call someone hot, for you to prove it.
Exactly.
You know, granted, now for me to you, Rico, I don't agree with Q not showing that. I don't. From me to you, I think Q should put it
Throw
out
it up
there.
on Twitter.
Listen, okay, I'm with you on that. But they asked for it. I went and got it all.
Right.
I went and got. I want you got to show them everything.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like you can't be selective with these peoples because
Right.
if you tell them tomato, they're gonna say tomato. If you tell them raisins, they're gonna say grapes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? They're gonna find a way to always try to maneuver around what law is. You feel what I'm saying? And you know, at the end of the day, so Rico, you came from the feds, right?
I state.
You was in
I
state.
did 8 in state.
You did 8 in state. And I'm trying to explain to the viewers, man, that state time and federal time is two different things.
It's way two different things.
Way two different
You
things.
doing all your time in the feds.
All that.
You
And
doing
not
big
even
you.
that. In the state, dudes not, and see, a dude could be in the state
Destruction.
and be feds way
Oh,
more
it's two
trouble.
different. Yeah, it's way
Way
two
two
different.
different things. Like dudes could be in the state and be hot and do his bit and you would never know. Because
Yeah.
it's not as pressed in the state because we all from the same murder system or this system. So we all from the system that it's not as pressed in the state as give me your paperwork.
Right.
In the feds, because you're dealing with so many states, so many cities, so many regions. You got to know before you can get in a car with the homies. You got to know if this guy's correct. If he don't belong there.
9 times out of 10, niggas already done seen your work before you even get to the tit. They know you coming.
Facts. And you know what? I can stand there because when I on my last situation, I got jammed down VA, and them youngers had the sheriffs and the COs on their team. They knew my whole case before I even hit the cell.
Right.
The younger told me, oh yeah, you a shot caller. I said, what? I thought he went. Yeah, they already did research. You know what I'm saying? But I say this right here though, too though. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel right now about with the rap game right now, Rico?
Man, honestly, like, the culture could change, but like all the spinning, all the free car music, all that shit cool. Like that shit, bro. Niggas gotta throw some art into it, bro. That's why I feel like it ain't no. Niggas ain't doing it what they hot no more. They doing it look sweet. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where I'm coming from, right? You gonna feel it. You gonna know what I've been doing. You gonna know my family is. You gonna know my best friend is. You gonna know all that shit. Like, you gonna know life.
So you gonna tap over into all the origin of your craft.
Exactly. As I should.
As you should. As you should. You feel what I'm saying? Like I say, another question for me to you though. Rico, do you know who the dude 1090 Jake is?
Oh man, I don't even know who that is.
Like I mean, so I didn't know who the character was either, man. You know what I'm saying? But I got pretty much acquainted with him. Clearly, he's a gentleman that is known for. I think he just exposed. He post exposed. This is speculation. I don't know. I haven't read it or got full to the nitty gritty with it. But I think he just exposed finesse 2 times. You feel what I'm saying? You know, finesse.
Oh, I think I did see that.
Yeah,
They said they had some paperwork going on. I seen it. I seen a little paperwork.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And see, this is another thing too, though. And let me ask you a question, Rico. This is my question to you. What is qualifications of paperwork from your point of perspective?
That discovery.
That discovery?
Yeah.
Okay.
PSIs. We can put PSIs out. I can give you discovery and PSIs. You know me?
Okay. Now break that down. What happens is, in the state, it's our discovery package.
Right.
And the feds, it be your PSI report.
PSI,
and see, that's what everybody keep trying to realize. It's 2 different terminologies for what you're looking for.
Right.
But also, in my mind, if someone is hot to me,
right,
and we know for a fact, I'm trying to explain to everybody, and if somebody hot, it might not be in your paperwork. It might be in the next man's paperwork. They gotta show that. They gotta put that out there.
But if y'all co-defendants, y'all got the same paperwork. Y'all
facts.
got the same
No. Facts. You definitely do.
Yeah.
And the same token too, though. But if you ain't got no co-defendant,
right,
Who did you tell on?
Right.
That's what I'm going
Exactly.
with that. You ain't got no co-defendant. Who did you tell on?
Right.
And you cannot, listen, y'all, you cannot sit there and fight about one case, and then when you get spanked on this case right here, where everything you bringing up is not moving to the way you want to see it move at for your more enjoyment, start speaking about other cases.
Yeah.
Like I say, see, BustaMove, I'm not speaking about, I'm speaking about the one case that I picked up on your homie,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, your music mate, you know what I'm saying, Cue the Fool,
Right.
you know, and when I read this and I looked at it, I don't see where he's had it. I don't see it, Rico. So I can't stamp that. Once again, I will say, and I'm gonna do another drop for my YouTube to show that I don't see where Cue the Fool's had it. You know what I'm saying?
It's some whole in-house shit I can go in, but I ain't even gonna go in about.
It ain't for everybody. But I got a question for you though. Do you feel that Dollars and Q could rectify things or never?
You went too far. Once you call a nigga hot, you went too far. I ain't no words to even play with.
Facts. Now my next question to you is, Rico, do you think Dollar did that because he was in his feelings, he was just hating, or he
Of
got?
course, he emotional.
He emotional. Okay.
Emotional shit.
Okay. So basically, what you saying is, Rico, you saying he being emotional. There's no facts behind that
Nah,
statement.
not at all.
Okay,
Not at all.
okay,
And if
okay.
you knew better, niggas ain't doing that in jail. But I ain't the way in jail. You call a nigga hot, nigga don't even gotta know you. Gonna blow you up just call a nigga hot. You don't got no word.
Facts. I mean, I
Can't believe your word.
I have to agree with you on that. Excuse me. I got to agree with you on that because that's a true statement. You know what I'm saying? If you call the dude hot in the joint and now you can't prove that he's hot, everything turns on you now. That's what the dilemma falls in there. Everything turns on you now because you haven't proved that this person's hot. You know what I'm saying? Man, I got one more question. I know you got to go, Rico, man. My man Rico,
Yeah.
you know, my man, he on the box right now, y'all.
Curve.
He curfew, baby. He got to get in and get out, man. I want to thank you for coming through and giving us a
No
pleasure,
season,
Slim.
no season, no
It's a
season.
pleasure, good man. You know what I'm saying? Doing an interview with us, man. You know what I'm saying, y'all. Shout out to Rico, man. RichShooters. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, my man, we going up with it. We giving y'all fire content back to back to back, man. We standing on law, man. It's the Businessman Podcast, man. The new segment, man. Law is law. If you ain't got it, stop saying it. Facts.
I'm telling you.
Fact. It's a pleasure, Slim. I think you were coming.
Yeah, no season.
Nah, no question, man. You told you I said I'm gonna hit him too.
That's a
You know
bad.
what I'm saying? You know, like I said, it's a pleasure, y'all, fella. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let's go. Hey,
Yes,
man,
sir.
listen, man. I wish I could get me a sponsorship from McDonald's. But listen, if y'all know me, you know I love my chicken nuggets, man. I'm a McDonald's champion.
Nah,
Chicken nuggets, you hear me? Mm-hmm.
the chicken nugget,
The
chicken
chicken
McNug. Nah, I'm about to go get some though. I ain't even gonna lie to
for
you.
real, though.
I'm about to go get some. Soon as I leave this jump. But that was a nice conversation between
Nice
you.
interview, you
Yeah,
know what I'm
nice,
saying?
Yeah,
nice.
real quick,
I
real
love
quick.
it. I love that because he stood on business. He didn't do
Yeah.
too much. You know what I'm saying? He was poised. He was respectful. He said what he
Yeah,
said.
no bull.
You know
Man,
how he
law
felt.
is law.
Law is law. That's his name, nickname. Law is law.
Yeah.
He ain't really.
Law is law.
I respect that. I respect all of that.
That's also the nickname of the segment. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The nickname of the segment is Law is Law. You feel
Law
what
is
I'm saying?
law.
And you know, I say this right here. Shout out to the the rich shooter Rico. You know what I'm saying? He came through here, man.
Yes, sir.
I think he gave us a great interview on how he feeling, his thoughts and things of that nature. And like I say, I want to touch bases on this right here because this is the Businessman Podcast episode 6.
Episode 6.
Episode 6.
yo.
Emergency
Emergency
podcast.
podcast.
Emergency podcast.
Emergency.
You gotta get
Because
this.
listen, you gotta get it there. Because listen, I want everybody to understand this right here. Some of the hottest guys, it's not in paperwork.
How does that go?
Let me break it down to you.
Please.
How it goes is that things are hidden. Things are like confidential informants.
Okay.
Things are CIs.
That's true.
That's what
That's
CIs
true.
are.
Yeah,
Confidential informants.
Yeah.
Things are and what happens is a lot of dudes, if you got a rep buddy, a lot of dudes too scared to go to trial. So if you
that
got a
is
rep
true.
buddy, you must go to trial to make that man get on the stand and point out to you. You hear me? You got to go to trial for that.
Okay.
If you don't go to trial, you take a cop. He don't have to get on the stand. But your PSI or your discovery will show what's going on. You feel what I'm saying? And your discovery is nothing, and your PSI is nothing but what you're being charged with, how it broke down. You know what I'm saying? Your history of being locked up. You know what I'm saying? Like in here it said, person previous incarceration, Cue the Fool. Yes, he has been. You get what I'm saying? So, like I say, because when I was talking to Rico, I was asking, me personally, I know for a fact if I go to a bond hearing, and I use the word John Doe because I don't want to say, because one thing about BustaMove, I don't put no bad bone on no one's name that don't deserve it. So if I go to a bond hearing and I'm in a situation and the judge says, or the prosecutor, state's attorney say, yeah, Mr. John Doe told us, but Mr. John Doe, I got to take a cop now. So what I got to do, I got to tell my men, hey, yeah, on such and such date, go pull the court records for this date right here. You're going to see the prosecutor say John Doe did this. That's paperwork. If you had, that's a paperwork. Paperwork ain't nothing but a trail is if you had or if you not.
Okay.
So you know what I'm saying? So how I feel is if anyone want to say someone hot, the burden of the proof is on you to prove that man is hot. Not by just what you saying. You got to prove it. I got a guy right now in the DMV that's in one of the most primary bands in our city. He's hot as a freaking firecracker, and I stand by that. But you know what though? I have to do more and more and more to get to it. Because see, when I had my other situation, once the police run in your house, they take all your stuff. They take all your documents. They take your firearm. They take all that stuff. Now, I'm not a legit firearm. I never had a firearm, but I'm just telling you what they do when they run in your house.
They want everything.
They want your documents and they want your firearms. That's what they're always gonna do, whether they're legit or not legit. I'm not a firearm holder. I'm not a firearm courier. I'm a convicted felon. I can't have a firearm. Cool, but yes, law officers, I do not have no firearm. You would not put me in that trick bag like that. Now, what I will say is though, I know for a fact when they come in, what they looking for, whatever they come in for, that's what they want. Because usually you can have a body attachment warrant where they coming in for a person, or you can have a warrant where they're looking for something specific.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
But I do know when they come in there, what they're going to do is they're going to come in and they're going to look for paperwork all through your house and firearms all through your house. That's two things that they're going to want. And they're going to run ballistics to make sure everything match up, and that's what it is. So, like I say, paperwork is paperwork to me, not speculation. You know what I'm saying? Don't speculate. Don't make your own mind state and rule. I know it like, perfect example. Do your due diligence. Do your proper research. And you know what, though, quiet as kept, I've been getting into it with Ant for the last 48 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Ant, man. Shout out to Ant.
Ant been going at it for 2 days now. I've been getting to it with Ant, but Ant keep mentioning something to me that I'm going to research, and I'm going to spank Ant with the research. Because Ant keeps saying, Q got caught with this many grams. You hear me?
Yeah.
Now, granted, here nor there, I saw what he copped to. So I want to read and say what makes a certain amount of grams go federal. Because I want to say whatever grams Ant's saying, I don't think that's the quantity. I don't think that's the proper denomination to make you go quantity to make you go federal. I think like it's right under it.
So for us, let me say this. For us, it's safe to say if it's not on paper, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. If it's
I'm not going to say that because it could not be on paper and it can exist. That's what I'm telling you is I'm not sitting there saying, follow my language here, y'all. Okay. I keep saying on this situation, Q is not hot.
That's what,
Like y'all was running with this paperwork. Y'all was running with this case. This particular. And as I did my research on this particular case, you can't make me say, oh, you know what, Q hot. No.
Shout out to Q.
Shout out to Q the fool.
Shout out to Q. Shout out to Q.
Shout out to Q the fool. Now, granted, if Dollars got paperwork or got something that could be substance and sustain that Q is hot on his case, let us see it. Let me see it. And now I'm going to get to I'm going to make it my business, because if you send the word out to someone hassling them, once your platform grows, once your status grows, everyone know, I mean, like I say, I'm from Landover, Dollar from Landover. It's good men that we can reach back out to. Give me law, Slim. Law is law. If you give me the law, I'ma say, oh, okay. See, one thing about me, I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. But right now, in this instance, I don't feel that I'm wrong.
Right. I mean,
you get what I'm saying?
You know
right
now,
because like I say, what I'm telling everybody is stop making up stuff. You got to real live step back and go do your due diligence seat. And then on each live I go on, I keep putting his case number up there. Because see, the first thing was on this emergency podcast, Businessman Podcast, episode 6, it was his case was sealed. Episode 6, his case was sealed. Then I said, wow, why is this case sealed? Why is this case sealed? So, boom, I start doing my homework. Talk to Q at Q. Man, what's up? Man, are you hot? Nah, I ain't hot. Ain't never been hot. Respect. Let me finish doing my homework. Oh, okay, man, why Q not showing up, man? Q is stubborn. Everybody telling me Q just do what Q want to do. Q is They say Q is stubborn. Q doing this all because he don't really care to show nobody else. He said his men is around him who know who his men, who we just said them one of them, they know he not hot.
Man.
His good man. You know Rico. What I'm saying? And like I say, that go with that. Okay, so now, due to the fact that we in this world, that's a social media world, that's a digital, you know what I'm saying, a world of creating content. Social media,
boy.
Now I said I want to know, and if I want to know,
I'm gonna find out.
And y'all gonna see, because my man Benny, Benny puts these things together. Benny gonna show where the clerk office was. We went to the clerk office, and Benny gonna show in this episode, because you're gonna edit it out for him, Benny. Yeah. He's gonna show that this ain't fake paperwork that I got, y'all. This comes from the Anne Arundel County Court building. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta go to the kiosk and go right to them, and they're gonna finish printing it out, and they're gonna give it to you. And that's what it is. So all that, like this new thing, oh, that's fake, this fake, that's fake. I don't know where y'all got that from. Nah. Who's taking the time to type up all this? I don't know. Not BustaMove.
Hey, that's a big ass stack of paper though.
Man, because you want to know why? Because a lot of it, for real.
That shit hot though.
Man.
Thicker than hawk spit.
Man, listen, a lot of it is really, truth be told, is Mooney emotions, suppressing evidence. A lot of it is nonsense. A lot of it just mumbo jumbo lawyer talk.
Who got time to make all that?
And
Shout out to my man Thomas Moody too.
Man, Slim.
Shout out to Thomas Moody.
Like I say, I mean, I know we giving Mooney a whole lot of shine due to Q and Aunt Glizzy right now, but shout out to Joe Valerio III, my lawyer, man, and Big Joe, man. Big Joe is my man.
Shout
out,
out,
man. The Valerio family has been they've been undefeated.
What you be telling me, cool? I don't mean to cut you off.
Me and my lawyer, we best friends?
No.
Me and my lawyer, we best friends. You hear me? I call my lawyer, he gets it done for me. You know what I'm saying? Me and my lawyer, man.
You say pay good.
Or plead guilty.
That's
PG County, man. You gonna pay good or you gonna plead guilty in PG County, man. That's just what it is. But I say this right here. Q was in Anne Arundel County. That's why a lot of them that kept trying to look at, because see what everybody doing now is they sent me dollars link to his jump, but that's what's online. You feel what I'm saying? So I gotta sit down and I'm gonna read everything. And as I read everything, I'm gonna find what I want to see and this and that. But my whole thing is, I know for a fact when I done seen other paperwork, it done said who was telling. So if we got this online, who told on you? And like I say, don't get it twisted.
Question mark.
Man, Aunt Glizzy, aka verbal gymnastics champion, aka asshole king. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. Ant make a whole lot of valid points. I'm not disputing that he don't. Ant trying to use logic. Ant saying, how do this make sense? Or how do that make sense? But sometime in the court of law, it doesn't make sense. That's why you pay these lawyers. That's why you pay the lawyers. Because sometimes it just doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? I swear to God, in 2018, I had like 18 second-degree assault charges. I was fighting every other day, like knocking people out every other day. And then then the police was like, man.
Hey, man, shout out to Kenny, man. Shout out to Kenny, man. Shout out to Kenny, man.
Listen,
that's more knockouts than Mike Tyson.
Man, listen, at 18, man, they had me going to court every other month. But what you got to do is, you got to do your due diligence and learn. Sure so what I did was, after I paid my lawyer a couple times, I'm like, I can keep paying you, man. Because I mean, each time I'm getting into people, it's called mutual combat. If you use the terminology mutual combat, that throws everything out. See, you can't blame me if you put me in a threatening manner and I best you in mutual combat.
And I best you.
I mean, I got the
all
best of you.
All it is in court
I got the best of you.
Speak.
That's what it is.
Just how you
Listen,
speak.
Man, to all my convicts out here, man, to all my civilians, when you go to court, the way you represent yourself as a judge, if you ain't got the money and you know you don't want to pay this money, and you tell the judge, I want to represent myself, and the judge gonna ask you, how do you do that right there? If you know the law, you tell the judge, I must ask everything in a question form.
And that's I know somebody that did it.
I did it. I did it and beat one of my own cases. And if I knew what I knew now, that case was crazy because usually when you go to court, they don't sure they throw it out. You feel what I'm saying? Especially in murder. You go to court, they don't come to court, non-process is thrown out. One of my mutual combat people came to court. And I was just being cocky like, man, I ain't, look, prove it. Prove it. And it was 2 state's attorneys and the witness, and I beat the case.
Easy.
And listen,
Easy.
and man, listen, wallahi, Slim, I tell you this right here. The lawyer dude looked at me and said, hey, Slim, you a bad mother MFer. He said, I just knew you was going to jail. And I looked at him and said, man, I got things to do. I'm gone, Slim.
Yeah.
But later down the line, I thought about it. I was being too cocky, Slim. Because now and then I think about it. In retrospect, what you do is if that happens, postpone the case. Because I could have easily went to jail, y'all. If I don't know that, I went to trial. Once you go to trial, I could have easily went to jail. And 2nd degree assault carries 10 years.
Easy. Can't do it.
It's not a mandatory 10. That's the max of penalty that you can give 2nd degree assault. And that's why I tell people all the time, look at the court, look at the charges, man. Q had 21 charges. On my first case in 03, I had a 42 count indictment. My indictment was 42 counts, now. I copped the 2. I copped the count 1 and count 8. I got an 8 year. I got 20 years all suspended, but 8 years. I got 20 years all suspended, but a mandatory 5 years because of the firearm ran concurrent. I was supposed to do 3.5 years and then go for parole, but whenever you got a higher number over top of your lower number, and if that number say mandatory, you must do the 5 day for day on that. So then I walked down to 5 day for day, and then that gave me 5.5 years before I came home off my 8-year sentence in the States. So like I say, man, I know what I know. I ain't out here just rubber gymnastics, just playing around and just jumping in the field that I don't know about. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like I say, and if I don't know, I learn.
Easy.
If I don't know, I learn.
Pick up a book, read.
It's fundamental, y'all.
You breaking that Willie Lynch syndrome.
I'm breaking that Willie Lynch syndrome, man. I mean, like I say, read, man. But I tell you this right here, though. Man, this was Emergency Podcast, episode 6,
Episode 6, man.
Episode 6,
this,
y'all.
This probably my favorite one.
Man, listen, this
I
one
ain't
right
gonna
here
lie.
was fire.
I like this one.
This right here, episode 6 Emergency Podcast. But we're gonna work on, because you know y'all do know we like to go live during our podcasts. Yeah. We didn't do it today because you know what though, we didn't want to do it to where our
well, I did.
Well, you went live, but you went live while I was holding it down. You know what I'm saying? So you was able to engage or see what they were saying. Yeah. But we usually can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? But what I will say is we got to pick up a few more little things where on the live they can interact with us on the show, right?
Yeah, and they be able to hear the people calling in.
Exactly. Yes, they can hear the people calling and all that. So if they called in, while they on live, they can hear themselves calling in and they're going to be on the live.
Yeah.
Talk to us.
I like that because, you know, listen, y'all, it's just I go to make things better for y'all, man, because this is a grind. Slow grind, better than no grind.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, episode man. You know what I'm saying? Man. Episode 6, man. Emergency Podcast, Businessman Podcast, Standing on Business. New episode, new show coming. Law is law. And y'all don't know, man, Sice actually was studying law. Went to school to study law.
There it is. Criminal Justice Degree, Bachelor's.
Criminal Justice Degree, Bachelor's. Clap it up for one more time, Benny.
Thank you.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So like I say, we are very, very, very diverse here on this panel, man. We are, you know, we come from the penitentiary to the college scene to the, you know what I'm saying? We giving y'all all aspects of life, man. You know, 9 to 5 businessmen, you know what I'm saying? CEO owners, you know what I'm saying? You know, man, listen, ain't nothing that we can pay attention, man.
We're not dragging nobody down. We just showing y'all.
Man, we standing on business. We standing on law over here. We standing on law. You know what I'm saying? And
Bus just gave y'all the business tip of the day.
Business tip.
Which one again, Benny?
Everything you just said. About representing yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I had to go back and see. I said, enlighten me, Benny. What I give, Benny? Yeah, man.
Hey,
I mean,
you dropped some jewels on him.
Yeah, man. Because you know what, though? Quiet as kept, man. Each one reach one, each one teach one. That's what we here for, man. We here to keep building and keep learning, man. Because I'm telling you right now, it's things that I've picked up over the years and Sunday that I done learned from my man Benny. Shout out to my man Benny, man. My sound man.
Benny.
No, not that Benny. My other Benny.
Other sound man.
Yes, other sound man. My other sound man. You know, and I say that because I love
Slim.
Slim. No,
shout out to Benny, man.
Because I love Slim. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, he like a little mentor to me, man. He like a big little brother to me, man. Okay. You know, he always keep me focused, man. Benny, I done learned things from just talking to Benny that I still use to this day. Shout out to my man D Floyd. I done learned things from D Floyd that I still use to this day. My man Jahar Abraham, you know what I'm saying, the politician. That's my good man. CEO and owner Nipsey's Restaurant and Lounge. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, who was that came to the club last night? Shout out to him.
Hey, young. Roland Martin.
Roland Martin was at the club.
Roland Martin was
Yeah, clap it up for Roland Martin.
You didn't sit on my page, yeah? Y'all tripping. Go to the BustaMove 10 page or go to the
And
Martini
he
page,
supports the
or
black
go
community.
to the Roland Martin page. Roland Martin said Backyard was cranking.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Roland Martin was partying. My man
He
gave
ate good. Yeah.
ate good. And yeah, hey son, when I say I grew such a newfound respect for that man because he was flowing like he was. You could tell when someone's genuinely who love their people.
Yeah.
His genuine love for the people was really, it showed. Like, cause I asked him, and I ain't gonna lie, and it's my club, I own a club, and I was like, how did you end up
That's
here?
exactly what he said.
I said, how did you end up here? And he was like, oh, well, yeah, you know, my friend,
Yep.
she was out partying, and I wasn't ready to call in for the night. And, you know, and she called me, and she said she was going to Martini's. And I said, send me the location.
Yeah.
And she said, okay, I'm going to Martini's. Are you coming?
And dropped some law on us last night, too. Dropped some law.
And then he was like, yeah, I'm coming. Send me the location. And he came, and we showed Roland Martin a great time.
Yeah.
Mr. Roland Martin a great time.
Yeah.
Man.
Like I said, he showed us some law, too.
He showed us some great laws.
Good
Some
law.
Great law.
Roland Martin, man. Mr.
Roland
Martin.
Martin, man. You know, because what he did was, you know, my little brother, you know what I'm saying? Let me give y'all a little bit of law right now. My little brother was wrongly convicted of a crime that he did not commit. And because we stand on business and we stand on law as Ron and Skeet kids, and we don't do no telling, and that's a principle that we live by, my little brother lost 9 years and 9 months of his life. My brother almost did 10 years day for day for a charge he did not do because he wouldn't tell. You get what I'm saying? You know, I'm never going to sit on here and bash the dead, you know what I'm saying? But the person who was, you know, I'm going to say allegedly, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't we'll deal with that. Because maybe he didn't do it. Maybe someone else did it. We don't know. We not on hash shit over here. You know what I'm saying? But the person who allegedly supposed to did it, he was murdered maybe a year or so ago. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Rolling Loud, because we asked, like, you know, is there any compensation that my brother can get for that? Because he stood on business, he stood on law, and he what he did was he didn't do the charge, so he took it to trial, and he lost in trial. You know what I'm saying? And when he lost in trial, he had a deal what came with that, and he never told, he never folded. Shout out to my little baby brother, man, my blood.
Shout out to
you know what I'm saying?
man.
Lil Stunner, standing
on
tall,
man
cold-blooded man. You know what I'm saying? And he never told, he stood tall, and Mr. Rolling Loud, I said Rolling Loud. Rolling Martin. Because listen, when they first came to me, I thought they said Rolling Loud was there. I like, isn't that the wheelchair guy? The little guy be training in the wheelchair? That's what I thought they said, but excuse me. What? No.
Oh, you talking about?
That's what I thought they said at first. I'm tripping.
Yeah.
But no, Mr. Rolling Martin.
Yes, sir.
He basically told us, man, the way that we need to go about it at first is, we need to, even though my brother did the time, we can never get that back. He said, we need to get the conviction overturned. So, and we get the conviction overturned first. So keep in mind, even if you got somebody in your family that was wrongly convicted, that did the time, the next step, y'all, that we want to take is to get the conviction overturned. You get the conviction overturned, and that's when all the doors and all the things open up for you. That, you know, compensation, financial, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's all about. It's about getting money. You know what I'm saying? I tell y'all all the time, I done messed up more money than half y'all done seen.
Possible.
That's what it's about, getting money.
Every way possible.
Man, listen, man.
All
Listen,
it's about.
It's the American way, Tito.
Please.
You know what I'm saying? It's the American way, Tito. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man.
ABC, man. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. As simple as it, so that a baby can understand it, man. You know what I'm saying? But man, we stand on business right here, man. It's your man BustaMove. It's the Sice King. My man Benny. Follow my man Benny on Instagram, man, at BEN.
Yes.
NNYYY. Y'all know what it is, man. My man Benny. Man, the Emergency Podcast, episode 6. Y'all know what it is, man. We not playing no games over here, man. Listen, bad bones. Stop throwing bad bones on people's, man. Listen, man. Like I say, shout out to everybody that's trying to get some money. Keep trying. That's what it's about. Don't never give up. You know what I'm saying? Man, BustaMove. Yes, I stutter, and I sweat like I weigh 400 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I do. I sweat like I literally weigh 400 pounds. I swear to God, I do. I sweat like I weigh 400 pounds. But it's okay though. You know what I'm saying?
He's 250.
I'm only 250.
6'4".
My mama, look, 6'4", 250. My mama gave me some bad sweat glances. I don't know what's going on, man. You know, but I love her. You know what I'm saying? I mean, her, my father gave me bad sweat glances. I mean, listen, shout out to my McDonald's, man. You know what I'm saying? shout out to my chicken nuggets. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. Y'all know what's going on, man.
We see y'all next week, man.
We see y'all next week, man. Businessman Podcast. And we going, listen, man, stay tuned, y'all. We got a lot of things coming up for y'all. We out of here.
Out.